What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the I Formation podcast here with Ben Hall and my guy, LeRon McClain. This is our 10th episode, number 10. We're moving on.
Number 10, baby. Number
Yes, sir.
10.
Before we get started, how you doing today, LeRon?
Man, I'm good, babe. I'm good, man. Blessed. Coming off a great weekend, great travel weekend, man. Came to Baltimore and everything. They like we finna talk about in the first quarter, man. They go the way that we wanted to, but it was great being up there in the bank again. You know what I'm saying? Chilling with my guy Ray Rice. Man, had some fun. Took my son out to the game, man. Enjoyed it, man. But like I always say on here before we get started, man, follow us on all platforms, man. We doing a special giveaway on our Twitter, man. You can follow us on Twitter, the iForm podcast on Twitter, man. And then, like and subscribe to our YouTube page, man. Get a chance, you know what I'm saying, to win this free giveaway that we're doing. Man, just follow us on all platforms, man. This episode 10. I'm excited. I mean, I remember when Ben contacted me about this when we first got started, man. Didn't know what we were going to be. We're in episode 10 now. Let's get started. Let's kick
it off, baby. We're moving. So
let's kick it off.
For the first quarter, we're going to talk about the Ravens game. Probably the most disappointed I've ever been in a Ravens team. Just, I was there, you were there. Like, it was.
Yes.
This was the week to make your statement. We are the best team in the NFL, or the AFC at least. We're the best team in the AFC North. And the Bengals are contenders now. Like, this was the week that told me the Bengals are legit. Joe is the man. Jamar Chase continues to shut people up and is balling. Broke 8 tackles on like 3 different plays. The Ravens just can't tackle. We'll get into that a little bit more as we move on. But just a tough loss for the Ravens and a major win for the Bengals.
Man, like we were saying before, like we were saying last week in the show, it's a big game coming to 2 big AFC North matchup. Whoever win and get the first place thing, man. And the Bengals really came into M&T Bank, man, and locked the gate, and they punched them in the mouth, man. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore pissed down their leg, man, and Bengals got the job there. I seen just pretty much on the first drive just how they was going to set it up. Like, I thought they was going to go deep, like the first play, but they threw a comeback to Chase, and I was like, okay, man, they dialing up, man. But like I was saying, man, like I told my lady, my lady, she's big Joe and Chase fan because she's an LSU lady. You know what I'm saying? So she was just saying, like, Joe and Chase gonna be a problem for them for games to come and years to come. Like, they're young, first and second year. I remember when we was talking about the top quarterback duo. And like we just go throw them in there. They ain't played yet, but we just go throw them in there, man.
And this was after the preseason. This was after the preseason when Jamar Chase was dealing with the drops, and you came on here and said they are two of my we did the wide receiver quarterback combinations, and you said them.
Yep.
And I think everybody was probably bashing it. You know, these clowns probably coming for us and stuff. And now that is like one of the top ones in the NFL. Like, it's crazy every single week. 6 touchdowns. Like, for a rookie, that's crazy in the first place. Through 7 games, that's 6 touchdowns. But to come off the preseason he came off of, to be dealing with a bunch of stuff, everybody saying he was going to fall off and all of this, and now he's balling the way he is with Joe. That Bengals team is dangerous. But
man, they're dangerous. They're real, especially the way they came in and how the way they played us. Like, we had a few big plays. Yeah, we had a few big plays, but Cincinnati came in. They were ready. I think they were locked in from the week. The week started. Yeah. You could just tell, man, the play that like you just said earlier, the play that Chase had when he broke like 7 to 8 tackles. Like what were we doing on that play, right? Man, that's just poor piss tackling by us, man. I know Harbaugh's going to talk about that, but man, that's a game. You know what I'm saying? It happens sometimes in the season when they get, but that couldn't happen in a worse situation, I think, because like it's like you a game behind. Now you got to go up to Cincinnati and really beat them. You got to beat them at their crib, just like they did us, man. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough environment. And Joe and Chase are not going anywhere.
No, they are not. And another thing that'll be exciting for me to see when the Ravens go to Cincinnati, I just cannot wait to see what Harbaugh throws at the Bengals, because I know that game is going to be a war. Definitely won't be a blowout again. The Ravens will come ready to play. I think it'll be a good game, but I just cannot wait to see, how the Ravens approach that game. After the game, we see guys kind of mocking the Ravens and doing stuff like that. The Bengals players, like, every time I feel like somebody beats the Ravens, it's them mocking the Ravens, or like the Ravens are just the most hated team in the NFL, it seems like every week. And they're always dealing with something after a loss. So super excited to see what Harbaugh does heading into that game. And really just what the offense can do, because it wasn't just the defense. The defense didn't play well, but the offense struggled as well. Like it just seemed like that it was not Ravens football at home.
Yeah. It wasn't my eyes that see Ravens football. I just think team out there just getting beat up. We got beat up by the Bengals. I seen from the get go, man, just how guys is running wide open in the secondary. Like I don't know what our
Tight
DBs
ends.
were doing. You know what I'm saying? The tight end had a big game. I said the tight end had a big game. Chase had a big game. They had a big game on the run on running the ball. It was just all together for the Bengals. They had a great game plan. I feel like they outcoached as well. You know what I'm saying, in that game. They were more amped for the game. I feel they were more up for it. Them guys, and man, then I want to say this. I said this to my son. I was like, Jamar Chase looked like he's not even running full speed. And just like he just striding
Cruising.
out there and he just make plays. But Joe has the thing about it, they so worried about Chase on the deep ball, man. Joe has other weapons. And like, man,
Team.
Joe is real. Joe Burrow is real. I just want to salute
Yes,
Joe
yes.
Burrow. He's real. He's gonna be a top quarterback in the NFL for
Yep.
years to come. This is just his second year. He was tearing shit up last year before he got hurt. before he
Yeah, it
got
was.
hurt and everything. So I knew it, man. I knew coming to the game. I was worried. It felt like that same game when I came up last year when we played the Browns. You know what I'm saying? It felt like that same type of feel, that
Yep.
same atmosphere. I was like, man, come on, man. We gotta, you know what I'm saying, take it to them. But man, they took it to us. They took it to the Ravens big time.
Yeah,
Just Joe.
100%.
Just Joe. Just Joe.
Yeah. And another big thing I didn't get, the Ravens are one of they blitz some of the most in all of the NFL, and they'd had some success not doing it as of late. The Bengals are really good. Joe Burrow is extremely good against the blitz, and the Ravens blitzed him so many times, and he continue to beat it. And it wasn't the Ravens got the pressure, they just missed the sacks. Like Oweh had a play in the backfield early on that would have been huge, and Burrow
Yep.
jumps out of the way, misses it, and
He
throws
just be
a
so
dime.
calm and Joe be so calm in
Yep.
that pocket. And people would have thought that as a rookie, as a second year quarterback, sophomore year slump. That was they thinking about him coming in, that he can't read the blitz. Let's blitz him a lot, man. But y'all need to stay back and play zone, like, because that's when he's his best, when he's
Yep.
at when the blitz is coming. Like he just
Yep.
know his targets. He know his hot reads. He know where to place the ball at for his guy to catch it. And he felt like Jamar Chase is the best receiver, you know what I'm saying, in the NFL compared to any DB. If it's one-on-one, he's open. I'm throwing it up for him to get a chance to catch the ball. And that showed. When they ran that comeback on that first play, I say Humphrey is waiting for that deep ball.
Yep.
And they ran that comeback. I said, yeah, they go game plan us today, man. We got to be careful. And like it happened just like I thought about that
Yep.
morning when I woke up, man. Just man, it was exciting to see, man. Exciting to see them young guys doing their thing over there with the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? Just being a football guy, football fan.
So now, jumping into, but before we jump in the second quarter, I saw this on ESPN, so I want to talk about it. The AFC North standings. We're gonna do a real quick prediction. Who do you have winning the AFC North now? Because before it was between the Ravens and the Browns, and now you have to add the Bengals into it. So I'll let
Yep.
you pick first, and then I'll go.
Man, it's so tough, man. It's after seeing that game Sunday, man. It's like a toss up to see. Depends on. I know the Ravens. Harbaugh, the way that he's gonna have them bouncing back, coming in the Cincy, punch them in their mouth. I'm not worried about nobody else now, to be honest with you, because like Bengals gonna beat it. Bengals gonna do that to a lot of teams. They're gonna
Yep.
do that to a lot of teams. But I feel like with Lamar, we get everything rolling back, man. Fine tune that thing on offense. We get Cincy, and Cincy, man. The Ravens will get the AFC North.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. I completely crossed the Browns out with the injuries, and just they have not
Yeah.
played what everybody thought they would. But
Baker,
between
Baker trying to come back, and he ain't even 100%. He just his ego, because he see Case doing his thing, and they won the game on the short
Yep.
week. And I be like, man, just stick to the script, bro. We need you. We need you better at 100%
Yep.
than you at 80. You out there just trying to make a throw, and Case
Yep.
is 100%. Put Case in there, run the ball. But
Yeah,
but
they
like
look good.
yeah. So they just got to see. I can't wait to see that Browns Bengals game, that next game that they play. you know what I'm saying, to see how, you know what I'm saying, are they gonna get after Joe? But the thing about Joe is, I think Joe understood that. Like, I know that I don't have the best offensive line, but I got a
Right.
decent offensive line.
Yep.
Put an offense around me where I can adjust and put my guys in the right
Quick
position to
reads.
pick up blocks, and you know what I'm saying, do that, and I can throw the ball. Like,
Yep.
just give me an opportunity. Like a guy like that. Like I just like I've been a Joe fan ever since he came into Bryant Denny Stadium and beat Tua in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? When he did that when he came in and did that, and they carried him off the field in Bryant Denny in Tuscaloosa, that was rough, man. I wanted to go around into the LSU side, real talk, to meet him though. I was like, man, that dude, he gonna be real, man. He gonna be real in the NFL, and damn, he's showing
Yes, he
it.
is. Yes, he
He's showing
is.
it, man. He's
It's
showing it,
crazy
man.
leading the AFC North. But another thing with the Baker situation, my
Yeah,
biggest thing about it is if you're hurt, don't and you're gonna say it hurts, always say it hurts. Like, I just feel like we're gonna hear with Baker when he plays bad, the shoulder was bothering him, and that's the reason he wasn't playing good. And then when he plays good, it was, oh no, I'm good. I'm good to play.
yeah,
Like this, it's fine. Like, don't do that. If it hurts and you're gonna complain about it, don't play. Like I said, I like how tough he is, but we can't
yeah.
have the double standard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't really
Yeah,
like
it
that with
can't.
him.
Yeah, like, bro, if you can't do it, don't hurt the team. The team, you show it. They show that they have a blueprint in Cleveland.
Yep.
Let's play tough ass defense. Let's run the ball. Let's dink and dunk. Play
Yep.
action. Let's run the ball. It don't matter who we got back here at running back. Or my offensive line is solid. Let's run the ball, dink and dunk, and let's play defense. That's what they're going to do. In Case
Yep.
Keenum, it gives them a great opportunity when he's 100% and Baker's on the 80. If Baker's 100% and Baker's out there doing his thing, they give him a good chance to win. But him trying to come back fast, and that, I think that's ego driven, and him worried about Case taking that job.
Yep. 100%. 100%. But now that is it for the first quarter. We'll be jumping into the second quarter and some news around the NFL. But that'll be after the trivia question. But like I said, that is it for the first quarter.
Gotcha.
All right, jumping into the second quarter, we'll be going over some news and kind of some situations going on in the NFL. But our first thing, we kind of just talked about it a little bit. Baker is hurt. The Browns coming into the season, like I've said and we've said a million times on here, were the off-season Super Bowl champions. They were everybody's Super Bowl team. They were going to win it all.
I gave it to them. I gave them a crown. I thought
Yeah.
they gonna be goddamn under. I thought they gonna be the Cardinals right now. I thought they gonna be undefeated, doing what the Cardinals doing right now. Like, I'm be honest, I just thought they gonna be not undefeated, but really a better record. You know what I'm saying? Better showing for what they've been. You know what I'm saying? Doing and what they're coming in the off season. I knew Odell was coming back. You know what I'm saying? Jarvis Landry, man, their tight end. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Kareem Hunt, Chubbs, all the running back, and it's crazy, man. That man, their backfield is down, quarterback's down, both running backs are down. Odell Beckham can't get going the way they need to. I think they need to trade him to the Ravens. They need to trade him. They need to trade him. So I heard about the Packers and all that.
Yeah.
Landry coming back off an injury, you know. And the only highlight of the Browns is their defense. I think their defense playing good, and their offensive line blocking good. You know what I'm saying, for them. So I think it's kind of rough. Baker need to sit out as long as he can to get healthy. If he's 100%, they're better. If he's 80%, trying to go out there and help a team that already showed that they can win with Case with a simple game plan,
Yep.
that's going to help them. That's like just hey, bag your guy up. You know what I'm saying? Get healthy, get the ice and stem, and sit your ass down, Baker.
I agree. I agree 100%. But I just don't. I think the Browns still have a pretty good chance to playoffs, but the AFC is so scary right now for a lot of teams. The Chiefs don't know what's going on with them. The Browns are one of the teams dealing with injuries and everything. Like, there's just so much going on in the AFC. But like you said, like, Baker really needs to sit down, stop trying to do too much, and let the guys go out there and play. But speaking of another team in the AFC, the Las Vegas Raiders, playing great football right now since John Gruden has left. Their players are really playing better. We've only heard a couple of guys say that they kind of want Gruden. They still want a Gruden, but a lot of guys have, like even Josh Jacobs, star running back, said, I feel so like it's just so much more cool on the sideline. I'm not worried about being all tense and having my coach yell on the sideline the whole time. And I think that's important for players. And you like we said before, you played for the new coach, the intern coach. So I'll let you speak a little bit about it. But I think the Raiders doing very, very well, very, very good right now.
Man, their owner, you know what I'm saying? He already went public talking about their owner mad. They mad, but one thing that he did, one decision that he did was making Rich Bisaccia the interim coach for the Raiders. You could tell that it's his mindset. I already know there's a lot of cussing going on in the team meetings, but there's a lot of cussing going on in his message. You know what I'm saying? But I promise you, he's getting the point across, and you can tell in the way that they're playing. You can tell in the way that the guys responded to him. You know, they're responding in a good way, not a negative way. You know, in Las Vegas Raiders, Vegas Raiders, they looking pretty good. You know what I'm saying, right now without Gruden. I hate that happened to Gruden. Like Gruden said, the truth will come out. Gruden, you know what I'm saying? I do not agree with none of that shit that you said in your email. You know what I'm saying? That's how a man feels. That's how he feels. You know what I'm saying? That's him. You know, but he said, the truth will come out. I would love to see more and more, you know what I'm saying, in detail, more and more what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how an investigation was on the Washington football team and all of a sudden everything was on the Raiders now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Everything on the Raiders now. You know what I'm saying? And I got to fire my coach and watch the football team. All right, I'm gonna let my wife handle everything, and I'm just gonna worry about the new stadium coming up. Like not even talking about the investigation that's going on of all the misconduct that's been going on inside of your building, sir. Let's talk about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's trash. They trash up there. That organization, whatever was going up there in that building, in my opinion, that's trash. Doing a woman like that, doing anything that he was doing. Like you invested, like the NFL, the owner of the Raiders went on public at the NFL owners meeting, said that I feel like that should be public. I think the investigation that they did in the Washington football team, all the charges that they had, and it's like everything got put on Gruden. Gruden was, I tell you, Gruden, man, they got Gruden out there. Gruden was the guy to get out of there. That's why he said it. He was the hit man. That's why they say, oh man, Gruden said that the truth would come out about it. Everything that's going on, that's trash though, man. Like you can imagine what else was put in them emails, especially around the kind of time when Cap was doing all his stuff. Gruden was on TV then talking like that. He felt comfortable enough being like that's what I'm gonna say, being like also Richard Skew. My bad. He felt comfortable enough to write all that out and send it to his guy. Then Bruce Allen, another owner, want to make a joke about the Rooney Rule and say we need the Lincoln Rule. Just like it's like laughing at us, like they gotta put a goddamn rule in just for them to say, all right, we're gonna interview you. Not like a thing like we want to interview a minority so we can work them up. Like you gotta work a person of color up in the organization. You know what I'm saying? They just can't get in there and do it. Like it just fair. That's a whole episode we could talk about with the NFL and all the shit that they have going on. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know, so that's why when the Cap situation, when all that was about to come out, that's why they threw their money at Cap so fast. We gotta keep it quiet. Like, so that's why Gruden was a scapegoat for this whole investigation thing. 100%. Like he sent it to his partner. And like he sent it to Bruce Allen for Bruce Allen to get the heat off him. He gave Gruden up. Man, you was trash.
100%. No, for real though. And that's the crazy thing. That is the crazy thing. Like and everybody watching this is nothing in support of Gruden. I think Gruden should have been out. It was the right decision to get Gruden out.
In support of Gruden, to get thrown out. The racist biggest remark, talk about the women. We don't prove none of that over here at the Affirmation Podcast. He won't be on this show talking, explaining himself to the world. Not on this podcast. You said what you said. You wrote that out and was confident enough to put that in an email to your partner. Hold on. It was your partner though. So y'all talk like this all the time.
That's normal. And that's one thing we've seen. Who knows what went on in word to word, not on the computer. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you
Like,
can imagine. Like, I can imagine the shit that was said. If they said that in an email, like the stuff that they didn't even care about him calling the NFLPA dude
oh
the
no, they
Michelin
didn't care about that
silence.
at
They
all. They
didn't
did
even
not care
care
about that.
about that.
He still had his job when that came out. He still had his job when that came out. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, and they hired him. They hired him at the like they still had his job when he came out, but it was about the homophobe when he said the homophobic
Yeah.
thing about the player, and like he had a
Yep.
player on his team that was fucking balling
Yep.
that came out as gay. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's
Imagine
balling
being
right
him.
now. Man, like in that locker room, I know. If I would have took a few days off, I'd been like, man, I'm kind of mentally wise,
Yep.
for mental health wise. If I was him, I've been messed up. I'm like, man, this guy been playing on me the whole time.
Talking
Like
to me
he's
like
been
I'm
playing.
like, yeah. And then
Yeah,
they
like
have
I'm one of
pictures
the
and videos of
guys.
him hugging him. They have pictures and videos of him before the game. I think it was his first game back since he came out. Him like going
Yeah.
over and fist bumping him or hugging him. Imagine now he's thinking, man, he just came over there for the publicity. He just
For
came
the
over there
publicity, that's
just
it.
to
He
look
didn't care
good.
because when he got in his house, when he got in his bed talking, he talked bad about me.
Reckless.
When he got on his phone talking to his colleagues, to his partners,
Yep.
he talked bad about me, man. Like Gruden, bro, I had so much respect for that man. That shit is all the way down in the bucket now, bro.
Yep.
Trash can juice. Like
Nah, for
that
real.
don't
For
make no
real.
sense, man. Just how he did that, I just respected him. That was one of my first visits coming out of college. I went down to Tampa Bay his last year in Tampa. He one of the first teams to bring me out for a visit. Just highly respected. Like I want to say back then, like you didn't care then. Did you care when you won the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Did you
for real.
care? Did you care in the locker room in Vegas with Antonio Brown and all that shit for real? Did you
Yeah.
care for real? No, you didn't care about that shit, Gruden. You probably
Yep.
was at home talking, so it ain't no telling all those emails and they just go skate them under the thing. Let me see some more. Bro,
I want to
if
see
that's one
everything.
email,
That's just
I
one.
can imagine. If I could imagine like how many emails in there, I mean, like Dan Snyder, like he's one of the top owners.
Yep.
Like that's why I said all the other owners, like, all right, everything that the Washington football team, all right, we cool. Al Davis, like, nope.
Yep.
Uh-uh. Drop that investigation, bro. Let's see what's going on. Like you can't
Nah, for
money.
real.
Look, they use money and they use money in that situation, just like the NFL did with Cap. They
Yep.
use money. They use money in the situations and
Get it
sweep
out the
that
way.
shit under the rug,
Yep.
bro. That's the same way they did the NFL concussion settlement. Like we
Yep.
just now, let's talk about this. We just now, NFL news. We just now got a thing out of the. They put into the concussion settlement race norming against race norming with white players and black players, saying that black players are more mentally messed up because our upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Like coming, they use race norming. We had to get another lawyer, judge. We had to get the federal judge to throw that out of the case.
Yep.
Like they had to throw race norming out to the point that now people got to go back. Like there's some racist stuff going on in the concussion
100%.
settlement with black and white players. Like people coming out, like not players get to go back and redo their claims and see if they messed up. Like that's not, man. These it's some guys that been going after this stuff for 10 years and y'all been denying them for 10
Yep.
years. And now all of a sudden, all right, now you can come back. We gonna give it to you now. Like you ain't gonna give me back these 10 years though.
Right. Right. And another crazy thing for the people that are watching, like it's a lot of shit behind doors that you know about because you've dealt with it, but none of these people know about. So they look at the NFL as, all right, we're going to watch Sundays, but the NFL is wrong with a lot of stuff they do and nobody knows about it.
Man, it's just trash the way that league runs. And like they like to say again, they didn't even care about what they said about the black man lips. They cared about when he called he called Goodell, when he went at Goodell for Pressure and Fisher. Like that was the whole thing. Like but he was so calm with talking like that. And Gruden was on TV then. Y'all ESPN, y'all hired that man. Y'all know what type of man that is. NFL, he covering y'all games. He in y'all building, interviewing y'all coaches before Monday night games. You know what I'm saying?
Saying who knows what behind the camera.
Thank you, man. That's why I said people got to look in depth. And that man was on TV talking around that time. They still broke out Bruce, all them, everybody making jokes about the Rooney Rule. They make that like, man, come on, bro. And they still not hiring the coaches like that need to be coaches, like and everything. And like they compare like talk about the Philly coach getting the job before Eric Bieniemy from
Yeah.
the OC. But hey, I'm like, hey, it works like that. They got a puppet in there, the Eagles. That's all Jeffrey Lurie want. That's all the owner of the Eagles want. He want a guy he can control. He
Right.
can control Peterson. That's why he got
Yeah.
Peterson up out of there.
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Facts.
why he got
Facts.
rid of him. That's how it goes in the league. It's all about control. That's why
Yeah.
you can see with most organizations, if the head coach, GM, and owner, if they got a relationship, that shit go flow right. But
Baltimore.
if you got a goddamn GM and the owner together and the head coach out there trying to do his own thing, like that shit gonna be kind of, it gonna be
And
kind
every
of, you
year
know
it's
what I'm saying?
someone gone in and out. He's gone. We're gonna
Thank
bring someone
you.
in now. We're gonna
Look
bring
at
someone in now.
I always come back. I always come back to organization. I always just compare Baltimore to everybody because like that's where I started off at. And when I went out to the other teams, bro, it just wasn't the same. And that's why I say when they say the grass ain't always greener, it ain't always greener on the
It's a
other side
fact.
because because like the Ravens organization, the Baltimore organization, Steve and everything that he do, Dick Cass and everything that they do up there, they do it different. They do it different, man. They do it different from everybody else. That's why people, when they go to the Ravens, people be like, man,
Too
like they
serious.
don't want
Yeah.
to leave. People do
Right.
not want to leave Baltimore when they come to Baltimore because of the atmosphere
Yep.
and everything. It's not no hostile environment when you walk into Baltimore and one winning drive. You know, one winning
Yep.
drive, Orange Mills, 2-1-1-1-7. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's called one winning drive. Why would you go in there with an attitude? Why would you go in there hostile? You know, but I can imagine walking into a building like the Raiders and with your coach, you don't know if your coach like you. Or you walking into a building like the Patriots. Like, I don't give a damn what Bill Belichick doing up there. He needs to switch that shit.
Yeah.
That mentality they got up there is gonna crush that organization. I
Yep.
don't care. I don't care if they lose every game, bro. Like from the stories and everything, even from Darrell Reeves going on I Am Athlete, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to I Am Athlete, Brandon Marshall, they podcast and everything. Uh with him going on there talking about his worst year was when he won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's like, how's that your worst year, bro?
Yeah.
He won the
Right.
Super Bowl. You won the Super Bowl. He said, "No, bro, that was my roughest year. That was my toughest year." But it was all about just that. Why would you want to create a hostile environment in your workplace, like
Culture,
doing
man.
that? That's man, the culture is terrible. Like I could even take like just some of that just down to my 7 to 8. You know what I'm saying? Kids that I'm playing like, and I try to tell the other coaches like, bro, like at the end of the day, these are not grown men. These are
Right.
kids.
No, for real. Right.
I had to do that at my son game in Baltimore Saturday. We up at a game and I had to rely on the message. I said, man, y'all are dealing with 7-year-olds, bro. 7 to 8-year-olds. Y'all not dealing with grown men. They're probably not gonna get it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They probably get it 2 plays in a row, and that third play, they mind might wander off a little bit.
Right.
You got to get them back focused. You know what I'm saying? That's even grown man. Like you got to get them back focused. It's all about what I'm saying, detail, but creating that great culture around you.
Yep.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like creating a great culture. That's in a work environment. That's just in life, period, man. And like that shit is crazy, man. The Washington football team, the environment that they created up there, trash. I wouldn't even
Disgusting.
want to go up. I wouldn't. You talking about? And they so arrogant. Oh man, Dan Snyder so arrogant with this shit. Like all the stuff that he was doing, taking pictures of the cheerleaders, sending them to all the. Oh my god, like
That's just
that's
one thing that we know too. That's the worst part. Like that's one thing that we know. We don't know.
yes,
Like like you were saying before. I mean, everything needs to be put out there. We need to see everything because, like I said, this is no defense in Gruden, but we saw Gruden stuff. We got him out of there. So now let's see Snyder's stuff and see what Snyder's doing. Because what we know that he's doing is wrong. So what we
yep.
don't know that he's doing has to be a million times worse, and we're not
You
seeing
already
it
know
because we're putting a hitman out there. We're putting John Gruden out there. Get him out, like you
it.
said. It's right, but we're gonna throw John Gruden under the bus because John Gruden doesn't have as high of
Yeah,
a
he's
pull
not.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's not. It's like the owners, the Giants owner, Jerry
Yep,
Jones, Snyder,
best
um,
friends.
my guy Arthur Blank down in Atlanta. Like you can say, like I want people to like just see everything how it trigger, bro. They really got a guy. They really picked the guy out of that all the emails. Say, John, you got to take this one for us.
Yeah, we need you, John.
John, please take this one for us. Like resign. We ain't gonna fire you. You
Yeah.
gotta resign. And Al Davis, like, man, and he had to do it because you can't keep a guy on your staff like that.
Yep.
You can't keep a guy. He had to do it. And that would make Al Davis mad because like I had to fire a guy that I hired, that he hired. You know what I'm saying? He hired him, gave him a 10-year contract. I hired this guy. And like I'm at the NFL owners meeting, got to ask all these questions. And his first thing was, well, I want all the public investigation to come out about the Washington football team.
Yeah.
That all them charges got swept under the rug, and the only thing everybody want to talk about is my organization. And I want people to understand. Gruden, I don't know if I'm not taking up for going if he changed or whatever, but he put together a great staff.
Yeah.
Gruden put together, him and Al, they put together a great staff. You could tell with Rich. I hope Rich do something to get him to the playoffs or something, man. That'd be great for the Raiders.
And they keep him. And they keep him.
And they keep him, and he deserves a head coach's job. He's been a special team coach forever. Boss, everything that I got for special teams, and it's so crazy. Whenever I get on the staff, high school or like middle school, anything, we're gonna have the best special teams. We had the best special teams in the nation because I got everything from Rich. Rich Versace, I got everything from him. The hat on the hat, our punt team, the punt return, kickoff return. His plan, bro, is together. Like they gonna be good though. That's why I said with him leading the charge, man, the Raiders gonna be all right, man. I just hate all this shit got to go down into this league, and people got to understand just how the league is. Like they really gave Kaepernick that money, and Kaepernick can't say nothing else about everything that went on. Like his lawyers can't even come out when Donald Trump said something about Cap. Like that's when you know it's like the president said something about him, and y'all got to understand the way that every owner in the NFL voted for Trump, not probably because they like Trump. Tax purposes.
Yeah, it's money, yeah.
They own the stadiums in the cities. Yep. Like they own the stadium. I was thinking about that sitting in the Ravens stadium. I was like, every ticket in here, every concession,
money.
Like, you know, it's money. Like the new stadium, I like where the old Raven Stadium was, and like that's the new one. Like I'm like I was like when I got up to Baltimore, I was just learning. Like I said, oh, this a new Baltimore stadium. This is not where they used to play at.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? The Baltimore Colts, yeah, like where the Colts played. I was like, okay, this is like, it's evolving. You can tell, like with the owners, you can tell with the owner down in Jacksonville, he got that team down in Jacksonville. Like he put suites in a press box. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And he got a pool and like, you know what I'm saying? He's got a pool on the side.
Yeah. So he's just trying to get a minute, trying to sell as much as he can. Miami, the way they owner did, they knew these new stadium, like he's giving away suites to like the entertainers so they could bring more people into their stadium. Yep. Like it's all about, at the end of the day, man, it's all about that mighty dollar.
Yep. All about the money.
And you know, they weren't gonna stop. I want to say, like even when COVID, just to talk about when COVID was going on, to talk about that, it was one machine that kept moving, that didn't slow down.
Didn't miss one game.
They just adjusted. The NFL, they just adjusted.
Yep. The
NFL just adjusted. They did not slow down. They just adjusted to everything. All right, no, we still gonna have like it wasn't never no. We're not having a season. Yep. It was like, oh, we still having a season.
Yeah.
Like we probably don't get as much money.
But we'll still get something.
For the concession. We go get something by the end of the year. Let's flex this thing out to get something because you know all them owners like they in. You think them owners ain't owners? They part of the 1%. They part of the 1%. Yep. And I want people to understand that, like, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother episode, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that in the offseason when we don't have as much
to talk about. Yes, sir. There'll be more in the offseason, man, when our offseason show.
Yep. But our last thing in the second quarter before we move on, now jumping into more football, I want everybody watching this to know that I was right about Sam Darnold. I've been saying it. Sam Darnold is overrated. I've been telling people that Sam Darnold is not as good as people said he was. and he
Oh
got
my God,
benched.
you got me. You got me because I was like, no, I was like, man, big. I even said my girl, I said, baby, he don't even like. I told my girl like he don't even like Sam Darnold. And Sam Darnold been playing pretty good. And this is what my lady said. She said he probably got a point of why he's saying that, LeRon. Like, but man, boss, he done went. I feel like
Fell off.
it's like when you do his face like this, it changes to the Jets helmet.
Yeah, yeah, for real. It looked so bad. And they added all that to their defense and they did all this
Yes.
special stuff to make that team what they want it to be. And now he's playing like that.
Man, like playing like that, and they probably be third or fourth in their division, probably third in their division, if they mess around and drop a few more games. Like
Yeah.
when I seen it look back. When I seen the thing, I said, "Oh my God, Sam, do not go back, Sam." And I'm like, "Oh, you're going back, Sam.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't went back, Sam.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
what's going on, man? Man, that's crazy. I hate that for him, but boss, you called it. They surprised. They tricked me, boss. They got me too.
No, and like I said, like what they've added on defense, they added Gilmore and they also
Yup,
added Henderson, the other corner. So
yup,
you add two
yup.
top corners, and now you're gonna fall off because your offense, your
Your
quarterback
offense.
sucks.
Oh my, Matt Rule. Oh my God, you got to turn it around down there and get it going because if you don't, it's gonna be long. It's gonna be
Yep.
long, and it ain't even looking bright either because that's gonna. Sam started out so good at 3-0.
Yep.
Like I know everybody was like, "All right, Carolina, man, we got this. Like we about to get rolling," and boom, you
Yep.
get hit in the mouth. You get
Yep.
hit in the mouth. How
What
are
you
you
gonna
going to
do?
respond, Panthers?
Yep.
Sam, how are you going to respond, baby? How are you going to respond?
Yep. For sure. But now that is it for our second quarter. The third quarter, we'll be jumping into our rookie wide receiver rankings, and we'll be jumping into a big matchup for the weekend, which could decide, which of the teams wins that division.
Indeed.
Jumping into the third quarter, we'll be talking about our rookie wide receiver rankings, and kind of the big matchup for this weekend, and a kind of an upset that I got. So we'll start with our rookie rankings. I'm going to start with the honorable mention. I can't put him in the top 5 just because he's dealt with injury. Rashad Bateman, in the 2 games that he's been back, the first game he played very well for his rookie debut. He dropped a ball that turned into an interception. But other than that, I thought he played very well. And then this past week against the Bengals, played extremely well. Had 70 plus receiving yards, which in a second game of a rookie is very, very good. And he's also been asked to take on a bigger role with Sammy Watkins being out with injury right now. So, and the Ravens are fully confident in him playing as that second receiver behind Hollywood Brown. So for my honorable mention, I'm going with Rashad Bateman.
All right, man. For my number 5. I put Bateman as my number 5 receiver just off the game that he had Sunday
Right.
versus the Bengals. Him coming off the injury, I think it's gonna be exciting for the Ravens to come when they get all their puzzles together. You know what I'm saying, with him. I think they're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And now for my 5th, I went with Kadarius Toney, rookie receiver from Florida. He's played in all but one game. In the one game he really, really went off against the Cowboys. 23 catches for 317 yards on the season, no touchdowns yet, but I definitely think that'll add up. He's got Daniel Jones as his quarterback, so pretty mediocre quarterback, but I think in New York he could really, really sprout. Learning under some veteran receivers, and he's a younger receiver, so that'll help him. But like I said, I just think it'll take a little bit of time for him to kind of get his footing there.
And my number four is Waddle from the University of Alabama, down there in Miami doing his thing. I think if they get a solid quarterback in that can stick in there and do what they need to do, I think it'd be more explosive, more, they could use them more, but they just swapping the quarterbacks in and out. Can't nobody stay healthy.
So now jumping to number 4 for me, Rondale Moore from the Arizona Cardinals. He's got 26 receptions, 303 yards, and 1 touchdown. I'm very high on Rondale Moore, but it'll take some time. He's kind of just like Toney, where he's got a bunch of top receivers ahead of him right now. So when you have guys like DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green, Kirk, all those guys ahead of you, it's going to take some time, but he's still putting up numbers with the way he's playing. And then jumping to number 3, I got Devontae Smith, Smitty. He's got 32 catches. Yep.
I'm the same.
3.
He's saying my number 3. Yep, he's my number 3. You go ahead.
Yep.
Smith, hold on, he's from Alabama too. Roll Tide.
Yep. No, but he's got a touchdown. He's got 406 yards. He's balling right now, and he's playing with Hurts. Yep. No disrespect to Hurts, but has struggled a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. He need. I think like I said about Waddle, the same thing, man. They get with a quarterback. I would imagine. I said this the other day. I said I imagine how them boys would be in the league right now if Mac Jones were their quarterback. If Mac Jones was their quarterback now, the way, especially the way, I'm just the way that McLendon is playing up there for New England. Like he's digging and dunking that ball and doing and getting it to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I wonder how they would be without them. With Tua and Hurts not playing, you know what I'm saying, top, like, you know what I'm saying, we expect them to play.
Oh, so now my number 2 is actually Jalen Waddle. The reason I have him so high, what he has done with the poor quarterbacking that he's dealt with. No disrespect to Brissett, but Brissett was a quarterback for probably 5 games or 4 games after Tua went down. And even when Tua's been playing, he hasn't played that well. Waddle has caught a ton of passes. He's got by far the most receptions at 44, 384 yards and 3 touchdowns, which is the second most among rookies. And really, I just have been extremely impressed with what he's done with the lack of good quarterback play in Miami. So that's why I put him at number 2.
Yeah, my number 2 is Moore. I got Rondale Moore at number 2. Just I know that he'll be more explosive somewhere, probably wide receiver 1 or a strong 2 for any team in the NFL. But he's playing behind some heat, but he's still getting in there doing like you said earlier, man, doing his thing with that high explosive offense, man. They can do so much with him. I can imagine that could be. Talk about that more, you know what I'm saying, the fourth quarter, but I can't wait to see that offense play tonight.
Yep. And then number 1, this is really Randall. Like the ultimate no-brainer.
Is this unanimous? Is this unanimous or
yes.
or do we have a
unanimous? It's not even close.
It's not even close, man.
Jamar Chase.
Chase, baby.
754 yards and 6 touchdowns. He's been one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, period.
Man,
through
best
the amount of games they played.
Yes, not just rookies, but like my man Ben just said, he's been one of the best receivers, like top receivers in the league, man. Go ahead, baby. Best receivers. God, dog.
He's been killing it. And this isn't even like, we don't really even have to talk about it just because he's been doing it with ease. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man,
it's been no thought.
like I said Sunday watching the game, I said in the stand, I said, man, it don't even look like he's moving fast. Like, but somebody touch him, please. Like, you gotta put your hands on this guy coming out the ball. You cannot let him free release. If he free release, you don't know if he's running his start route. You don't know if he's running the comeback. You don't know if he's running the slant. Like he makes everything look the same, and it just don't even look like it just look like he's just out there having fun. Him and Joe has this special connection. It's crazy that they only played 1 year together. You know what I'm saying? And it had to be the year before when they was on the scout team doing their thing. The year before Joe really got going. But I don't know, man. The guy came in. I saw the video that Joe called him, said, "Get your bags packed." You know what I'm saying, man? It's time to go, man. I'm glad that connection going on, and that gonna be a nice little combo coming up. I hate the Ravens got to face them boys again this year, but I will be tuned in, man. We might have to go on the road for that game, man.
Oh,
we might have to meet you. I might have to meet you in Stinson for that game, man.
What's up, man? What's up? I'm all for it. Let's do it. You know I'm
for
all
real. For real, because that gonna be a nice one. That'd be nice to see the boys actually see we go bounce back and get the chase. Double chase, and we just go beat up everybody else.
Yeah, no, for real. But now for our last part of the third quarter, we will discuss the Titans-Colts matchup this weekend. Last week, our big hot take on here was that the Colts will win the division. The Colts, this is my upset for the week. It's not that big of an upset because the spread is so close. I have the Colts winning this one, taking down the Titans, who are arguably the hottest team of football right now, probably right around the Bengals and maybe the Packers. But just winning games. After their start, they had a terrible loss to Arizona, got blown out, but now that loss kind of looks justified as Arizona's been been the best team in football. But
Yes,
Carson
indeed.
Wentz has been killing it lately. Like the first couple of weeks, I was on here like, nah, he's not doing well, and lately Carson Wentz has been killing it.
Yeah, Carson Wentz been going off for the coach. I think they got him in a rhythm, like they said, to get back with his coach, get him comfortable, man, get him
Yep.
doing plays that he's comfortable with, get him in the offense that he's comfortable with. He does that. So your upset of the week, is the Colts over the Titans.
Yes.
All right, can I give you my upset of the week? My
Yeah.
upset of the week. People are probably thinking about this game because it's so much is going on before the game. You really don't know what's going on. So my upset of the week, man, Sunday night football, Cowboys versus the Vikings. You got the Cowboys. You got the Cowboys versus the Vikings, man. I got the Vikings beating the Cowboys. You really don't know if Dak gonna play. If he's hurt or not, he's not practicing. He's not practicing all week. But if he's not practicing, he's not in there getting a rep. I know he's just getting mental reps. That's gonna be different in a game, Sunday night game. The thing that Dallas gonna have to use is their defense, and that's Dallas defense versus that high power. And I want people to understand Vikings have a high powered offense with Cousins and all the weapons that they have. So I feel like with everything that's going on, I feel like that's a big upset alert. Gonna be a tight game, but I got the Vikings beating the Cowboys this week in a tight like upset alert. And people, I know the Cowboys fans gonna be probably watching the show, watch the show, probably get on my head if they lose, but I think it's gonna be just one of them games where Diggs don't get a pick and the Vikings just look high powered on offense, man, with Dak being down in there because the offense is not gonna look the same. It's not gonna look like Dak's in there. It's gonna see if this is the thing right here, Ben. If their running game could look like the Browns look without their running backs, you know what I'm saying? See if their passing game could look the same without Dak. You know what I'm saying? See if their passing game look the same without Dak in there. And I don't believe so because Dak, that offense, he is the Dallas Cowboys.
Period.
His paycheck says it. His paycheck says it.
Period. Yeah, for sure. 100%. 100%. But now that is it for our third quarter. We'll be jumping into our final quarter after this, and we'll be talking about tonight's game. Big matchup. But like I said, that is it for this quarter. Now we'll be jumping into the fourth.
Fourth quarter, baby.
Jumping into the fourth quarter now, we will be talking about the Cardinals versus Packers matchup tonight.
Thursday night.
Tough game for the Packers without Devontae Adams.
Man. And Lazard,
and now Valdez-Scantling. They're not bringing Scantling back either because he was hurt. So
he was hurt, so he's not playing either. Man.
Yeah, Randall Cobb is going to have a monstrous game. I'm telling people that now. If you can bet him over yards, bet him to score a touchdown because he will do it. I'm telling you guys now, he's going to have a big game.
In the back. They're going to be the backs too. I know he probably uses backs a lot too. They said when Devontae Adams not playing with and I just heard this recently. They said when Devontae Adams not playing with Aaron, he really has a calm simple game, and he try to get the ball to everybody. So I know the Cardinals, no matter with them top receivers being out, I know the Cardinals probably like sitting back, man. No matter who's at receiver, man, they still got A-Rod at quarterback.
Yep. No, for sure. But the next big thing to look out for this game is the Cardinals receiving core against this Packers secondary. I think Murray could throw for 300 plus tonight. And I'm not even trying to hype it up or anything, but it could get ugly if that Packers secondary plays as bad as they've had in some games this year. You know what I'm saying?
It could get ugly. I agree. Yeah. The thing about it is Clisbury, man. I think he's fine. Like I said, man, he finally got the pieces into his offense, and he has the best quarterback that can run his offense. And he's dinking and dunking, he's doing what he can. And then Kyler Murray can throw for so many yards, but he also, that's the killing part. He also can beat you on the ground with his feet. So you gotta you gotta respect that. And I think it's gonna be a route, boss. I think they're
Yep.
gonna play a lot of zone. I think the Packers probably play a lot of zone tonight, try to keep everything in front of them, try to, you know what I'm saying, rally and make plays, you know what I'm saying, with him dinking and dunking, catching plays. But they gotta work, man, they look good. That's why I said the way that they run their offense, the way the Cards run their offense, looking good. But the Cards also, you know what I'm saying, like with the big news, JJ Watt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He tore everything in his
And
shoulder, his
played.
bicep, shoulder, everything. You know what I'm saying? In the second quarter of that game, he out for the season. But with him going out and Chandler Jones coming back, and then the guy that's backing, you know what I'm saying, JJ Watt up, he also coming back off the COVID list. They should be okay
Yeah.
on that defense. You know what I'm saying? So man, this is a big time. This is a big time NFC matchup, man. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Probably this is an NFC championship matchup. It could be
Yeah.
an NFC championship matchup if they slide through because people. But I wonder why. Okay, and let me ask you this: with the Packers, they look like doo doo. They look like doo doo. They look like crap against the Saints in Week 1. You know
Bad.
what I'm saying? And people are like, oh man, what's wrong with Aaron? They just struck off 6 straight, boss. How you feel about the Packers? People still do not believe in Aaron. They still don't believe in him.
He's there. He will always be there. And they are still like, I came into the year and I told everybody, like I said on here, I said the Cardinals were my favorite to win the NFC West, and the Cardinals are playing how I thought they would. But there's
Yeah.
something still with me on the Cardinals that just I don't know what it is, and I can't figure it out. I just don't see them winning the Super Bowl. Like they're
Me
hot
too.
right now,
Me
but
too.
every season, this hot team, this was the Ravens 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every season, this hot team does not win. They just don't. That's how the
No.
NFL works. I don't know why. I don't know. Like the Cardinals are the best team in football right now, but it's not
Yeah.
it. So
I feel
honestly,
like I feel like this. I'll let you go. I feel like in this game right here, like the Cardinals will come out here and blow out the Packers in a game like this, right? And then they'll get them in the second
and
round
lose.
and lose.
Yep, 100%, 100%. And Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback to do that, to
Yep.
lose during the regular season, come back and beat you in the playoffs.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
I like Rodgers a lot, and tonight I actually think because we're talking about it, I'll talk about I'll do the prediction for the game.
Your prediction, okay.
So I'm gonna go with the Cardinals 37, Packers 31. I got it or 30, 37-30. I think that
Okay.
because the spread is 6.5, and those people who make the spreads know so much. So I'll base it off of
Yeah.
that. I got the Cardinals winning by 7. But this could be a game the Packers somehow pull off. Like just the way the football works, it's so random. Like the craziest stuff happens. I think everybody in the world is betting on the Cardinals tonight, and that is why I think the Packers have a shot. So I'm gonna go with 37-30 with the Cardinals, but it would not shock me whatsoever if if this was a really, really tight game late and the Packers ended up pulling it off.
Yeah, man. I really don't even know how like where to predict it. I got the Cards winning tonight in a tight one. The only reason I got the Cards winning tonight is because Devontae Adams and Lazard is out. If them two guys in there, I would have took the Packers on a short week. I would have took the Packers on a short week because Aaron Rodgers in the game plan. I know they would have had a simple game plan coming in, and still with Aaron Rodgers back there, they're still going to come in with a game plan. But just man, the Cards in that high-powered offense, I think they're going to be too much. A lot of guys going to get off tonight. Man, Hopkins is a problem for anybody. Then you got to worry about everybody else they got. This is her second week with the team, so I know Cal going to try to get my man involved, and I think it's going to be a rout tonight, boss. I think it's going to be close at first, and I think they're going to get going. I got the Packers scoring some points, but I got to be in like 41-24.
Yeah.
41-24. Arizona scoring points. They looking for big balls, and Kyler Murray running around doing what he's doing. You got to keep K1 in that pocket, like.
Yeah. And they've struggled, and the Packers have struggled with quarterbacks. I'm reading here, the Packers defense: Justin Fields rushed for 43, Taylor Heineke rushed for 95, and even Jared Goff ran for 46. So that's struggling. That Packers defense is struggling against QBs that can run. So it'll be difficult to stop K1, who's top 5 in
Man,
the league.
then look at that point. Look at that point that you just made about that. It's like it's gonna be if that's the case, you can't stop my corner quarterback. You're so scared that I'm gonna run. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now
Yep.
you finna try to blitz me, and I'm finna hit you with a quick pass.
Overdo it. Yep.
You gonna overdo it. I think they're gonna overdo it, and then this another that point right there with them stopping running back, and then the defensive coordinator knowing that Aaron got 2 receivers out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the team knowing that he got 2 receivers out. So it's just like, oh, the defense and the special teams, come on, we need to play from y'all. And I feel like everybody's gonna be doing too much tonight. And Cliffsbury got them rolling. This would be a big game for them. 8-0 going into what they got a bye week next week. 8-0 going 8-0. 8-0 going into their bye. Man, that's strong and sitting atop that NFC West, man. That's gonna be a great matchup. I can't wait to see this matchup tonight, man. We're gonna live tweet tonight. We're gonna try to live tweet tonight for y'all. Try to get some stuff. Get my analysis. I be trying to be funny. Trying to get my analysis on the game, man. It'd be so intense, it'd be so good, bro. I turn into a fan. I be forgetting we tweet.
Yeah, no, for real. But now that is it for episode number 10. We did it.
Yes, sir.
We're moving, baby. 10,
baby. We moving. Can't wait till 100. We're gonna come back. We're gonna do a reel for y'all. We're gonna hit every episode 1, 10, 25, 50. 75, 100.
Yep, for sure. But now that is it. Like we've been saying, keep on the lookout for special guests. Like we keep telling y'all, like right now it's so tough because these players are in the season, but we will be having some former players come on soon. Believe that.
Man, yes, man. Got word from a few of the guys I used to play with, man. I hung out with Ray Rice this weekend, man. Shout out to Ray Rice and his family and everything. Doing amazing. It was good to hang out with him this weekend at the game. He's gonna be one of our guests on the show, man. Like I said, man, reaching out to my guy Fabian Washington, Antoine Barnes, even Jared Gaither, left tackle that we had at the Baltimore Ravens, trying to get guys like that, give his stories and everything, man. But hey, I just want to thank everybody that's subscribed to us right now, that's liked to us right now, that's been tuned in, that's been liking, subscribing, sharing, doing everything, man. Sign up for the giveaway. All that, man. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? It's only the beginning from us. You know what I'm saying? I'm just excited. You can see the smiles on our face every week, man, when we're about to end the show. We don't be want to end the show.
No, for real.
We don't be want to end it, man. But, man, like we always say, follow us on all platforms, man. The iForm Podcast on Twitter, man. Get in that giveaway. Follow us, man. The iFormation Podcast on everything else. Man, tune in, like, subscribe, baby. First thing, I'm telling you, baby.
We will be going live this Sunday. We will be going live this Sunday.
We will be going live this Sunday. We're gonna give y'all pick. We're gonna get a picks this Sunday. Y'all give us y'all feedback, give us y'all picks, and y'all think we crazy for our picks, man. I know the Cowboys fans gonna be on me, man, I picked the Vikings to upset them this week, but prove me wrong, baby. You gotta prove me wrong, man, because I would have thought the Ravens would have beat the Bengals up last week, man. But Joe and Chase proved all us wrong.
For sure. But that is it. Thank you for tuning in and be ready for our live show on Sunday morning.
Yes, sir. iForm, baby.